Great music in the background. And now, the red light's on. It's live from Studio A at Santa Cruz, California, Community Television. It's, look, Mom, I'm on TV. Welcome back. If you've seen it before, if you haven't seen it before, stick around. You'll want to see it again. I'm Richard. I'm called the host, producer, whatever. And we have great talent just flocking in here. It's amazing. Santa Cruz is a magnet for talent. Oh, hey, question. How do you measure grass? Answer, with a yardstick. Oh, okay, I know it's a really old joke that nobody gets because everyone knows nowadays you use a digital postal scale to measure grass. But I thought I'd ask it anyway. A triangle and a square we're talking. Triangle says, that circle thinks he's pretty smart. Do you think he graduated from college? The square answers, are you kidding? That circle has 360 degrees. Did you hear about the snail who got rid of his shell? He thought it would make him faster, but it just made him sluggish. Well, let's talk about Zen. Zen came up. Zen is a school of the Mahayana Buddhism, finding mindful awareness of the present moment. This helps you release yourself from stress, anxiety, frustration, anger. Instead, focus on positive thoughts and actions that will help you relax and respond in a more balanced way to your everyday life. Well, I have a Jewish friend who says there's Jewish Zen also. To wit, be here now, then someplace else later. Is that so complicated? Drink tea and nourish life with the first sip, joy. With the second sip, satisfaction. With the third sip, peace. With the fourth sip, maybe a Danish. Wherever you go, there you are. Your luggage is another story. Accept misfortune as a blessing. Do not wish for perfect health or a life without problems. So, what would you talk about? There is no escaping karma. In a previous life, you never called, you never wrote, you never visited. And whose fault was that? Zen is not easy. Takes efforts to attain nothingness. And then, what do you have? Blupkis. The Tao does not speak. The Tao does not blame. The Tao does not take sides. The Tao has no expectations. The Tao demands nothing of others. Hey, the Tao is not Jewish. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Forget this, and attaining enlightenment will be the last of your problems. Let your mind be as a floating cloud. Let your stillness be as a wooded glen. And sit up straight, you'll never meet Buddha with such rounded shoulders. Deep inside, you are 10,000 flowers. Each flower blossoms 10,000 times. Each blossom has 10,000 petals. Oi, you might want to see a specialist. Be aware of your body. Be aware of your perceptions. Keep in mind, Not every physical sensation is a symptom of terminal illness. The Torah says, love your neighbor as yourself. The Buddha says there is no self. So maybe we're off the hook. Finally, if there is no self, whose arthritis is this? Oh boy, how about the Irish? They're always good for some stories. Mick, the bartender, says, excuse me. The bartender says, Patty, you won't be drinking any more tonight. Patty replies, okay, Mick, I'll be on my way then. Patty spins around in the chair, steps off, falls flat on his face. Damn, he says, puts himself up by the nearest stool, dusts himself off, takes a step forward towards the door, falls flat on his face. Oh, bloody damn! Looks at the doorway, thinks to himself that if he can just get to the door and some fresh air, he'll be fine. So he belly crawls to the door, shimmies up, pulling himself on the door frame, sticks his head outside, takes a deep breath of fresh air, feels much better, takes a step out onto the sidewalk, and falls flat on his face. Be Jesus, I'm in bloody trouble, he says. He can see his house just a few doors down, crawls to the door, hauls himself up the door frame, opens the door, shimmies inside, takes a look up at the stairs and says, no bloody way. Well, he crawls up the stairs to the open door of his bedroom, again uses a door to pull himself up and says, I can make it to the bed. He takes a step into the room, falls flat on his face. He says, damn it. But by luck, he has fallen into his bed. The next morning, his wife, Jess, comes into the room carrying a cup of coffee and says, get up, Patty. Did you have a bit to drink last night? Patty says, I did, Jess, just a nip with Mick. Jess says, don't be lying to me, Patty. You were bloody pissed. Patty says, now why would you be saying such a thing, love? Jess says, because Mick phoned. You left your wheelchair at the pub. Well, on that uproarious note, it's time to start the real entertainment. We had a fine Celtic musician, Michael Mullins, scheduled for tonight a couple days ago. He called me to say he was coming down with the flu, probably would not be able to perform. Sensing my impending heart attack at the thought of perhaps trying to fill an hour by myself, he called a friend of his, Peter, who was nice enough to fill the spot. So thank you to Michael, and welcome to Peter Darby and Russ Bennett. One of the things that we have to do in the days before the show is prepare the graphics for the show. Where we were really short of time, didn't have enough time to get everything that we want into the graphics that you will be seeing later. So I'm going to mention a few things that didn't get in. Now, Peter's website will be displayed during the show. Take a note of it. www.peterdaldry.com. No, you don't have to write it down. It'll be up again, but do take a note, because that's all you'll need to get the info for these events that I'm going to mention. January 19th, the South Bay Scottish Society Burns Night at Mountain View Masonic Hall. Good date, remember? March 16th, Dublin, St. Patrick's Day event. Saturday, pub stage, Peter Daldry Band, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And March 7th, Peter Daldry solo performance at Tea Cottage from 10:30 to 12:30. I'm sure that you'll find out where Tea Cottage is when you look on his website. And also, this prolific performer has 4 CDs out there. After you hear him tonight, maybe you'll want to go out and buy one. First is For My Love, he put out in 2004. Next is Familiar Reads, 2007. Then Under a Leaden Sky 2012, and most recently, Sands of Life. Well, that said, I'm going to turn it over to you gentlemen, and I'm going to go hide in a corner. But if you finish in time, I get to be on camera again. Thank you.
I will go, when the fighting is over, to the land o' MacLeod. I left to be a soldier, I will go, I will go. When the king's son came along, he called us all together, saying, brave Hieland men, will you fight for my father? I will go, I will go. I will go, I will go, when the fighting is over, to the land o' MacLeod. I left to be a soldier, I will go, I will go. I've a buckle on my belt, a sword in my scabbard, a red coat on my back, a shilling in my pocket. I will go, I will go. When they put us all on board, the lassies were singing, but the tears came to their eyes. When the bells started ringing, I will go, I will go. I will go, I will go, when the fighting is over, to the land o' MacLeod. I left to be a soldier, I will go, I will go. When we landed on that shore, saw the foreign heather, we knew that some would die, would lie there forever. I will go, I will go. I will go, I will go, when the fighting is over, to the land o' MacLeod. I left to be a soldier, I will go, I will go. When we came back to the glens, the winter was turning, our goods lay in the snow, our houses were burning. I will go, I will go. I will go, I will go, when the fighting is over, to the land o' MacLeod. I left to be a soldier, I will go, I will go. I will go, I will go, when the fighting is over, to the land o' MacLeod. I left to be a soldier, I will go, I will go. Thanks very much. That was I Will Go, a Scottish battle song. And some of these guys would go and fight for the king to foreign lands, lose their lives. Some would make it back and find that their houses and their land were taken, and their sheep and cattle also. So I'm Peter Daldry, and it's a pleasure to be here. I'm from Scotland, if you haven't guessed already, and my good friend from Santa Cruz, Russ Bennett, on guitar and drum. So we're going to do another song for you, and it's called A Man's a Man, a song by the great poet Robert Burns. Is death for us poverty that hangs us here and all that? The coward slave, we pass him by. We dare be poor for all that, but all that and all that. Their toils obscure and all that, The rank is but the guinea stem. The man's a goat for all that. What though in vain fairy time, we're hot and grey and all that. He fools their silks, knaves their wine. A man's a man for all that, but all that and all that, the tinsel show and all that. The honest man, the Wesley poor, is king of men for all that. You see on Barky, Caledonia, who struts and stares and all that, though hundreds worship at his word. He's but a coup for all that, but all that and all that, his ribbon star and all that. The honest man, the Wesley poor, he looks and laughs at all that, and a prince can match a belted knight, a Marquis Duke and all that, but an honest man's above his might. Good faith he maun for that, but all that and all that, the dignities and all that, the pith of sense, pride over, a higher rank than all that. And let us pray that come it may, as come it will for all that sense and worth for all the earth shall bear the gree and all that, but all that and all that, oh, it's coming yet for all that man to man the world o'er shall brothers be for all that, but all that and all that, it's coming yet for all that man to man the world o'er shall brothers be for all that. Robert Burns, a man's a man for all that. Robert Burns' birthday is celebrated by Scots all over the world every January 25th. And I have some gigs coming up there on January. If you go to my website, www.peterdaldry.com, you can find out where I'm playing those Burns nights and singing songs like that. I'll just take a wee sip of my water. It's not Uskava. Uskava is whiskey in Scotland, and it's what we drink and import. And yeah, it's always good to have a little bit of Uskava. This is just Uske. I'm going to continue with a song called Killiecrankie. It's about a battle. So here we go, it's called Killiecrankie. Where hae ye been, sae braw lad? Where hae ye been, sae canty o? Where hae ye been, sae braw lad? Come ye by Killiecrankie o. I fought at sea, I fought at sea. I came, I fought with my auntie-o, but I met the devil and Dundee on the breeze of Killiecrankie-o. And ye had been what I had been, you wouldn't be sae canty-o. And ye had seen what I had seen on the breeze of Killiecrankie-o. The pulpit car fell way afar, and Cleaver's got a clanky-o, or I had fed on Athelglad on the breeze of Killiecrankie-o. And ye had been what I had been, you wouldn't be sae canty-o. And ye had seen what I had seen on the breeze of Killiecrankie-o. Oh, fie Mackay, what got you lie in the bushy on the Brankie-o, or I had fed on Athelglad on the breeze of Killiecrankie-o. And ye had been what I had been, you wouldn't be sae canty-o. And ye had seen what I had seen on the breeze of Killiecrankie-o. Nu, there's nae shame, there's nae shame, there's nae shame ta shank-o. The sewer sleighs on Athelbraes and the deals at Killiecrankie-o. And ye had been what I had been, you wouldn't be sae canty-o. And ye had seen what I had seen on the breeze of Killiecrankie-o. The Braes of Killiecrankie. Battle song. All right, we'll do a song about prejudice, Highland prejudice to be exact. It's about a guy who comes down from the Highlands of Scotland, and he runs into an Edinburgh policeman who mistakes him for an Irishman. It's a song called Erin Go Bra. Duncan Campbell from the Shire of Argyll. I've travelled this country for many the man. I've travelled through Ireland, Scotland and all. The name I go under's bold Erin Go Bra. One night in Ulriki, as I walked down the street, a saucy big Polish a chance for to meet. He glared in my face and he gave me some jaw, saying, when come you over bold Erin Go Bra? Oh, I'm no a pat, though Ireland I've been. I'm no a paddy, though Ireland I've seen. Where I a pat, oh it's nothing at all. There's many's a bold hero from Erin Go Bra. Well, I know you're a pat by the cut of your hair, but you are turned to Scotsman as soon as you're here. You've left your own country for breaking the law. We're seasonal stragglers from Erin Go Bra. Were I a pat and ye knew it to be true, or were I the devil, then what's that to you? If it weren't for that stick that you held in your paw, I'd show you a game played in Erin Go Bra. And a switch of blackthorn I held in my fist, I put his big body and made it to twist, and the blood free his napper I quickly did draw. For him spend company for Erin Go Bra. Then the people came running like a flock of wild geese, saying, catch a daft rascal, he's killed the police. And for every friend I had, I'm sure he had twa. It was terrible hard times for Erin Go Bra. Erin Go Bra. I first heard that song sung by the great Scottish singer Dick Gaughan. And Dick Gaughan's a heck of a man. I went to see him in concert in Edinburgh in Scotland, and he was standing outside having a cigarette. And I says, Dick, can I get a picture with you, a photograph? And he went, aye, but nae smiling. So I didn't smile. I'm going to sing a lovely song now that has become world famous, actually. sung everywhere. Celtic Women, they did it. They covered the song. The song's called Caledonia, and it's by a great Scottish singer-songwriter called Dougie MacLean. He wrote this song while he was in the south of France, feeling homesick. He had friends over there with him who were just sort of busking around the place. And they went home, and a day later, Dougie decided to go home. He wrote this song called Caledonia, which the Romans called Scotland a long time ago. So here's Caledonia for you. I don't know if you can see changes that have come over me in these last few days. I've been afraid I might drift away, but I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I came from, and that's the reason why I seem so far away today. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. For if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia has been everything I've ever had. I have moved and I've kept on moving, proved the points that I needed proving, and lost the friends I needed losing, found others on the way. Yes, I have tried and I've kept on trying, stolen dreams, there's no denying. Traveled hard sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere with the wind. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. For if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia has been everything I've ever had. So now I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest choir, flames that couldn't get any higher, the weather now they're gone. But I am steady thinking my way is clear. I know what I must do tomorrow when the hands are shaking and the kisses flow, then I must disappear. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. For if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia has been everything I've ever had. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia has been everything I've ever had. Caledonia by Dougie MacLean. Thanks very much. All right, I'm going to do a song that I wrote now. And that song is called Bring Her Home. And it's about the Queen Elizabeth II, the ship that was built in my hometown of Clydebank in Scotland. And I was surfing the web one day or looking at Facebook or whatever, and discovered that the boat is now lying in rust in a port in Dubai. So not a good ending for the ship. Hopefully they're trying to bring it back home to Scotland. So this is why I wrote this song. It's called Bring Her Home. She was born and raised in my hometown. She was the finest girl, oh, the best around. Her Majesty there for all to see. She was the pride of the Clyde, she was royalty. So bring her home to the Clyde. Let her live out her days in comfort and pride. Bring her home to the Clyde. Sinks the box out of Dockside Free to Southampton, New York and Liberty. She reigns supreme over oceans and seas. Now she's lying broken, brought to her knees. So bring her home to the Clyde. Let her live out her days in comfort and pride. Bring her home to the Clyde. You stood there and watched. You're a young man in your prime, gathered with the masses, building ships for the Cunard line. You could never know her destiny in time. Never know her destiny in time. Now she's lying in rust under a sweltering sky. Well, I hope to God that still a mighty cry, for she must leave the port in Dubai, home to Scotland to finally lie. So bring her home to the Clyde. Let her live out her days in comfort and pride. Bring her home to the Clyde. You stood there and watched. You're a young man in your prime, gathered with the masses, building ships for the Cunard line. You could never know her destiny in time. Bring Her Home. That's a song that I haven't recorded yet, and I hope to have that on my newest CD. I go into the studio soon to do some more recording, so hopefully that's one that'll be on Bring Her Home. Well, I think this is a song about a fiddle player, right, Russ? It is, yeah. This is apparently a true story about a fiddle player called James McPherson in Scotland, and he was a bit of a rogue and a tyrant, like a Robin Hood type character, and he robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. And it's said that they caught him, and it's said that he was receiving a pardon. They had word that a rider was on the way to give a pardon, but at the 11th hour, the magistrates of the town got word of it and decided that they would put their clocks forward a quarter of an hour and hang James McPherson, which is what they did. And this is called McPherson's Rant. Farewell, ye dungeons dark and strang, farewell to thee. Macpherson's time will no be lang on yonder gallows tree. It was by a woman's treacherous hand that I was condemned to die. She stood below a windy ledge, and a blanket drew over me. Say randomly and say wantonly, say dauntingly gave he. Oh, he played a tune and he danced at a room below the gallows tree. The Laird of Brant, that heathen sant, who first laid hands on me, he played the cause of Peter Brun till let Macpherson be. Say randomly and say wantonly, say dauntingly gave he. Oh, he played a tune and he danced at a room below the gallows tree. Well, some come here to see me hang, some to buy my fiddle, but before I depart with her, oh, I'll break her through the middle. Say randomly and say wantonly, say dauntingly gave he. Oh, he played a tune and he danced at a room below the gallows tree. Well, little did mother think when first she cradled me that I would turn to the roving trade and hang from the gallows tree. Say randomly and say wantonly, say dauntingly gave he. Oh, he played a tune and he danced at a room below the gallows tree. Oh, the reprieve, it was coming o'er the Briggle Band for to let Macpherson free. But they put the clocks at 4:15 and they hung him fae the tree. Say randomly and say wantonly, say dauntingly, hey he. Oh, he played a tune and he danced to the room below the gallows tree. Whew! Well, broke a sweat with that one, right, Russ? I'm going to put my guitar down. I'm going to do this song that I was nominated for in a competition. It's called I Wish I Was in Glasgow. I'm from Glasgow, or near Glasgow. So I'm going to Russ and I are sort of going to finish a little bit with this, and I hope that Richard's somewhere where we can talk a little bit and answer some questions, and you can get to listen to my lovely accent. How about that? So this is a song called I Wish I Was in Glasgow. I wish I was in Glasgow with some good old friends of mine, some good old rough companions, and some good old smooth red wine. We could talk about the old days and the old town's sad decline, and drink to the boys on the road. I was born in Glasgow, near the centre of the town. I would take you there and show you, but they've torn the buildings down. And that great old place I miss so much had seen much better days. Still, we talk about it as we go our separate ways. Oh, but Glasgow gave me more than it ever took away, and prepared me for life on the road. My granny was a cleaner, my granddad drove a tram, my father was an engineer, he made me all I am. They have seen the city come and go, oh, but still they give a damn. There's so much to learn along the road, and Glasgow gave me more than it ever took away, and prepared me for life on the road.
Do you know the 4 lines to Happy Birthday?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Excellent.
Right, Russ?
We're ready. We're going to do Happy Birthday to Patrick. Did you got your mic?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Split down one. All right. So, because I believe, Patrick, you might be watching. So, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patrick. Happy birthday to you. Oh, I think that's a keeper. Happy birthday, Patrick. I meant to get that earlier in the show, but I knew we were going to have a little time back here. Gentlemen, was really good. I like it.
Thank you.
Russ, David, what I want to do is get a shot of Russ on holding the drum, okay? My idea is I want a shot from the front and I want a shot from the back, and you're going to show me because I see you moving your hand around while you're playing it, okay? So could you show me, you're adjusting the tuning on it, sort of. Can you get it? Can you get a good shot of that 3 and 1? Okay. You might want to even do a split screen on that, David. Go ahead and tell us what you're doing while you're playing and what your movements to change the sound. It was fascinating. A baran, an Irish frame drum. Okay, so you're changing the pitch by pushing in and out with your hand. Oh. Okay. So I kind of repeat that because I'm not sure they're picking your voice up on the mics. So by moving the hand up and down, he's changing the pitch from low to high. Give me a low again. See where the hand. And now, okay. It's to play a little song. Nice. Nice. Yes. I like that. I like that. You know what I like about it? I have no musical talent. That might be something that I could actually do. Yeah, right. I mean, some musicians say, "Why don't you try the ukulele? It's little. It only has 4 strings." And I said, "Well, that's pretty good. I do have 4 fingers, but I don't know if they do the same thing that I want them to do all the time." And then, yeah, I could do the kazoo first. And then work my way up to the drum, the Irish drum, and that. Very good. Okay, we mentioned your gigs coming up, and you've got quite a bit going on. How long have you been performing out in front of people?
Oh gosh, for about 20 years now. Here in the States.
Yes, and you told me you're immigrant.
I am. I'm from
Russ, what about you? Where are you from? Okay, well, for us up here, that does count as being an immigrant. If you were born in Los Angeles, you know. Yeah. Once you get to Santa Cruz, you know, I always call Santa Cruz is California's California. You know, people say, in California, they say, "You're from Santa Cruz?" It is really fun. It's, as I say, I'm always mentioning the fact that I admire the people or envy the people that can actually make music without reverting to a CD and putting it in a slot and that. And so I just enjoy listening to it. And it's good being the producer of a show who produces a music show but doesn't really know music. It's great for the talent because they don't have to worry about me critiquing them. You know, hey, you were flat. You know, your bass guitar was, in there overpowering the lead or whatever.
Can I let you know that you mentioned at the start of the show about the Tea Cottage in Dublin? The Tea Cottage is actually, the band is playing on the 16th, which is a Saturday. The band is playing on the pub stage. 3 o'clock till 5, and then I'm doing a solo show at the same event.
Oh, okay.
And they're calling it the Tea Cottage, which is in their civic building or something.
Okay.
And that's from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Good. I'm glad we corrected that. I trust that all of you out there copied down the website, and if you didn't, Abby, why don't you pop, there it is. So we're going to put that up one more time that way so you can see what it is. And then, enough. I don't want them to forget who I am. All right? And, of course, in the closing credits, there will be a mention of your website, your phone number, your email address.
Phone number.
And,
okay.
But if a woman answers, he said, don't say anything, just hang up. Okay.
As long as it's not a debt collector.
Say on our behalf, we want to thank Community TV for doing this. We think it's an incredibly valuable commodity for this town, and we really appreciate what you're doing and having us here.
I'm glad you say that because I'm a person who favors community access to things like the airwaves and that. And hopefully we can keep it going. It's become a little more difficult, but somewhere out there, there are council members and things like that do have their fingers on purse strings. And I hope that you mention to them that, hey, community TV is kind of worth a little, money from everybody. It works well, and so it's great. And also, it is so fortunate that there are people who come in, give time for shows like this. You couldn't do it. I'm fortunate to have great crew people come in just about all the time. And it's all volunteer. Everybody just gives up their time. And there's people who have shows. The person on camera 2 indicating 2 minutes has a great poetry show. And what's the date and time for your poetry show, Russ? Central Coast Poetry Show. Okay? And believe it or not, he came in one day with a map, and he's got viewers or people all over the world, not just Santa Cruz, not just California. He's got red dots all over this map of the world. So there's a lot of people watching or loving poetry, and it's amazing the things that we can accomplish. So that said, election's over.
Well, I just wanted to thank Michael Mullen, because if it
Oh,
wasn't
yes.
for Michael being sick, sorry Michael, but it allowed us an opportunity here, so we're thankful for that.
Yeah.
And, this is a great opportunity. So
As I said at the opening, I have to thank Michael. We will get Michael on next year sometime. We're starting to book that. And that seems to be it. Play the old closing music if you can hear me, Daniel.